Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, it's going to be kind of like a vlog. I'm going to work on the books that I chose for my June to be read books. So I am going to begin with Butcher and Blackbird. And if you have not watched the video where I pick out the books, I will link that in the description. So I also got this like bookmark. It's magnetic, which I will be using. I just got it yesterday from this place called The Picker's Daughter, where it's like a ton of vendors, but it's really cool. And I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. But I'm going to be reading for a little bit, and then me and my sister are going to go run some errands, one of which includes a Barnes & Noble trip. So I'm excited for that. I do plan on getting a book there. I want to get lessons in chemistry because I've gotten a lot of like reels for the TV show, and I think I want to read the book before I watch the show, but it just looks so good. And I was like, oh my god, wait, it's based on a book? So definitely gotta get that. But I don't know, I'm just gonna look around. I don't really know if I'm gonna buy a ton of books. Maybe if they have like some deals on books. But yeah, Barnes & Noble trip. I am going to begin reading my book now, so I'll check in if anything crazy happens. I will keep spoilers out, but yeah, I'll keep checking in. Alright, I'm just starting the book. I've read the first couple of lines, and I already know I'm gonna like this. If you didn't know, Butcher and Blackbird has a lot of theme warnings because both the main characters are serial killers, and it's kind of like graphic, but this first like paragraph line is so awesome. Like, it's kind of iconic. It says, being a serial killer who kills serial killers is a great hobby ... until you find yourself locked in a cage for 3 days with a dead body in the Louisiana summer with no air conditioning. But I just know I'm gonna love this book already. I'm excited to read. And there's also a playlist. There's like a few songs for each chapter. I might end up listening to that, but I don't know. I'm excited for this book. Okay, so I know that this book is a little twisted, more than a little, but I just finished chapter 1, and it's kind of cute in a very weird way. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's kind of fangirling over her. And first, oh my god, it's like, I don't know, it's like weirdly cute, but also it's like gross a little bit, and I know it's gonna get grosser because of all like the theme warnings have kind of given me a heads up that it's like, but it's like, oh my god, he called her beautiful. Alright, it's a bit later now. It's currently 4:35. So me and my sister did go to Barnes & Noble, and I was looking for lessons in chemistry, like I'd mentioned earlier. I found it, but it was like $30, and I was like, I am not gonna do that. So I put myself on the wait list for my library for it, and then we went across the road to Target, which also I saw lessons in chemistry, and it was still $30, but it was 30% off, which would make it $20. But I was like, you know, I'm on the wait list. I'm still gonna do it. It says I'm like 81st in line. They have 10 copies. That's a lot of people, but you know, I already have books picked out to read for June, so you know, it's okay. I don't need it right now. I was very surprised I didn't buy any books being inside Barnes & Noble and going to the book section of Target. I was like, oh my gosh, this never happened before. But so I have my book. I kept seeing it. I saw it in Barnes & Noble with Lark and I don't know what it's called, but the second book. of this because it's a trilogy. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign to read it. But I am currently on page 20, and it's pretty good. I'm really enjoying it, but I'm gonna get back to reading now. Okay, so I'm on page 25, and Lark Montague, who is one of the main characters of the second book, was just mentioned, so I believe that would mean that I bet it follows different couples for each book in the series, which is interesting. So they are all connected. Now I know kind of how, but I'm excited to see what the relationship is and if I like this character for the next book. So it is now June 6th, and I didn't get really far yesterday. I was a bit busy, but I'm on page 29, and so I'm hoping to make a big dent in my book because I've only made it just a little bit, but I'm planning on making a bigger dent in this book. And in this video, I think I'm going to try and read at least one other book, maybe two, maybe get halfway through my TBR. That'd be fun. But I'm gonna get reading. Alright, I am now on page 50. I love their banter. Like, it's so cute. Like, you just gotta, ignore the fact that they're both serial killers. But it's fun. I'm excited. I feel like I'm flying through this book because, like, it's a good read. Like, it's probably not for some people because it can be a little disturbing at times, obviously. But I'm excited. And I've seen a lot of the second book, and I know that the second book is two, like, sub-characters in this book. It's Blackbird's best friend, Lark, and then Butcher's brother, I believe. I don't think that's really a spoiler, but I figured out their characters through, like, the title of the next book. But having it say it's a trilogy gives me an idea of what the third book could be about, maybe, because there's 3 brothers, and so maybe the idea is it's like each of them. I'm not sure, but that's my theory of the third book. We'll see. Alright, I'm on page 71, which is 21% done with the book, and I am so in love. Like, their banter is so cute in, like, a creepy way. Like, he is down bad for her, and, like, it's been his point of view for a couple chapters, and so this next one is her point of view, and so I'm excited to see what's been going through her mind for all of this. Alright, so I'm now 100 pages in. I'm about 30% done. There's 345 pages total, and it's been kind of slice of life-ish. They haven't killed anyone in a while, but they're planning on it. But it's just kind of cute. So I'm loving this book though. Definitely probably going to like 4.75 stars, maybe 5 stars by the end, but I love this book. It is so good. I will say, this book has me in a death grip. I am just shy of halfway, and I am loving it. It is so amazing. Like, I love the characters and their relationship, and just, oh my gosh, this book is so good, and I can't wait to read now the second one, and I can't wait for the third one to come out because it's a trilogy. And I was just looking at the author, Brynne Weaver, and she has another series that I definitely need to read now. Like, I need all the Brynne Weaver books. But I am just about halfway. I think I'm like 48% done. I'm on page nope, not that one. 158 out of 340 something. So, but I started this book yesterday, and so I've read about half the book in a day, because I read to page like 40 yesterday, so I've read the majority of it today. I'm gonna try and finish it either tonight or probably tomorrow, because I just like can't put it down. It is so good. Alright, so it is now about 9:10 at night, and I am at 58% done with the book. I am loving it. It is going so well. I don't think I'll be able to finish it tonight, and I don't know how much reading I'm gonna be able to do tomorrow, which is upsetting because I can't stop reading. I've been reading all day. Like, I've had a few things I've had to do, but basically just been reading all day, and it's been a long time since I've had a day like this, but I love it. I love it. But I'll do an update when I read again and start going further. If anything big happens, or maybe just when I finish the book, I'll do a little check-in and a review. Alright, so it is the next day, June 7th. I am 68% done, and I'm just gonna read as much as possible today, and I'll check in probably when I finish the book. Okay, so I'm on page 287, and this is a roller coaster. Oh my gosh. Like, I kind of knew it, but then it took a turn. I was like, okay, this is a little suspicious. And then it went the complete opposite direction and just dropped this, like, key fact, like, behind. And then it's like, oh my gosh, so sad. But then, like, a breakthrough happens. And then what I thought is, like, being confirmed. Because it was like happy ever after, but there's still like 100 pages left. I'm like, what's gonna go on here? And then that happened, and I went, this book is so amazing. And so I'm on page 287, and there's 300 some pages, but I also know that there's like a bonus chapter. And so here is up to the pages, and then this last part is the bonus chapter. But what's gonna happen? What? Okay, so I've officially finished Butcher and Blackbird. It was so good, and the epilogue, it was sweet. And then there was like a short story kind of in it that just tied it up all so perfectly. Like, it didn't need the short story, but that final wrap up was just perfect. Like, oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, definitely not for everyone. Like, if you're squeamish or don't, like, definitely read the theme warnings ahead of time. But it wasn't that bad. Like, reading all the theme warnings, it was like, oh, this is a lot. But some of it was just like brief mentions, and like, if you can handle like depictions of gore, I guess, like, it wasn't, I don't know, it's like a tricky like in between of it being like pushing the limits and it not bad, but they're serial killers. But I'm doing 5 stars. Like, this book was so good. I can't wait to read the second one, because it kind of sets up the whole like relationship of the characters in the next one. But I am so excited. I hope I see more of these two. But yeah, Butcher and Blackbird, 5 stars. Alright, since I finished Butcher and Blackbird, that leaves 5 books on my June to be read list. I don't know which one I want to read next, because there is 3-ish that have romance. There's 2 mystery, and then 1 historical book. One of the romance is, I feel, would be similar to Butcher and Blackbird. The one that I think is similar, or could be similar theme-wise, is Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I do kind of want to read right now, but also I kind of want to change it up a little bit since I just read a full book like that. I am kind of also thinking about Murder, She Wrote, because I think this is the thinnest one I have, and so it'd be kind of like a quicker read. I'm not sure. Okay, I've thought about it for a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with Stalking Jack the Ripper because it's giving similar vibes to Butcher and Blackbird. Definitely a more tamed down, like they're not both serial killers. But I just loved this book so much. I want more. And the back of this book says, he murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I cannot deny it. I was the girl who loved the Ripper. Like, and I've already started this book, so I already have like a good feel for it. So I think I'm gonna go with Stalking Jack the Ripper. Hello, it is now June 12th. It's about 3:15, and I am currently on page 32. I just started the book. I haven't been able to read for the past couple of days because I went on a trip with my family. I got back last night, but it was kind of late, and so I just started this book today, and it's pretty good. It definitely kind of reminds me of Butcher and Blackbird, like just the kind of death part of it, I guess, but like completely different plot. But I'm very excited to continue reading, and I'm like 10% done. Not super far, but just wanted to do a little check-in. All right, it's now the next day. It's June 13th, and I am under 20% done, I'd say, but I'm on chapter 6, but really loving it. I don't think I've gotten to the point where I was the last time I was reading it. Like, I don't think I've caught up to where I was, but I don't really remember it a lot, but it's all like vaguely familiar. But I'm quite liking this book right now. Hello, I'm back. It is now June 15th, and I haven't read for a couple of days. I think it's been like 2 days maybe. But I'm now on page 90. I'm on chapter 9. I'm around 30% done, and I'm quite liking this book. I've noticed a theme of my past books that I've read recently. Like, all past 3 books I've read have really strong female leads and like a reluctance to fall in love, and I'm kind of loving it. But it's a really good book so far. It definitely has a major mystery plot to it, like that's kind of the main thing, but she's like, I don't want to fall in love. Like she said, I will not fancy him, because it's like 1888, but it's really fun because the title is Stalking Jack the Ripper, but I don't think they know, like he's only killed 2 people, so they don't have like a name for him. They're like solving the mystery of like the murders that are going on and like finding the connections between it, and she finds him very infuriating, the guy. So I don't know, it's a really good read. I'm loving it so far. It's the next day. It is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day, and I'm on page 113, but we are going to go to the pool and swim for a little bit. I'm gonna bring my book, maybe read a little bit on the pool side, because it is hot outside. It's very hot and muggy. Like, I went outside to water my mom's plants. It was like a mad rush to get back inside. So it's gonna feel nice in the pool. Perfect day for reading by the pool and swimming. Hello, it is now Tuesday the 18th. Last time I checked in, like when we went to the pool, it was Sunday. I didn't read yesterday, but from reading at the pool, I got to page 135 or chapter 13. Pretty good. Yeah, I haven't read this one in a day or two. I'm quite enjoying it. It's got quite a heavy mystery subplot going on right now, but I do have a theory on who Jack the Ripper is. it feels kind of obvious to me, but I'm not entirely sure. But I'm excited to see how it turns out. I'm not sure if I'm going to read anymore or at all today. I kind of want to be productive in like less of a reading way, more in like a cleaning or doing stuff way. But we'll see. I'll check in if I do or the next time I read. Alright, so it is once again the next day, and I am officially halfway through the book. I'm 52% done on chapter 17, or page 168, and I think they have a breakthrough in the case. They're talking with like the chief of Scotland Yard, the main character, and her brother, and he was like, wait, maybe we can do something about this, because her uncle's been taken as a suspect, but she's very adamant he didn't do it. So they're going to visit him, I believe, because the superintendent believes they just found evidence to support him not being the murderer, which is very good news for her because everyone's freaking out, so we're like, we must take care of this at once. So that's very good news to hear, but it's also, I'm halfway through the book, so there's still half the plot to get through. What could happen? Okay, so I've begun reading again. I will admit, it has been a hot second. Last time I read this book, it was the 19th. Now it is a week later, the 26th. But I'm 62% through and it's starting to pick up. So I am enjoying it. It was kind of like a slow beginning, like it was like almost like a roller coaster. Like it'd be slow and then like for a few chapters something would happen and then it'd be slow again. But I think it's starting to kind of be more on that up part, like more entertaining, I guess. Like it's a really cool book, it just hasn't hooked me. Like every chapter, instead of it being like a cliffhanger to keep it reading, it's almost like more often than not it just wraps it up and it leaves a little questioning, but like not enough to continue reading, I guess. And I have just been a little busy, but I'm excited now that it's starting to pick up a little bit. Alright, today is June 27th, and so much just happened. Like, what? On page 210, chapter 21, and like, what? It was really funny because she said, shock punched at me from multiple angles. Honestly, like half a paragraph and like 3 things all happened at once. I was like, what? But I'm gonna try maybe to finish this book today. I'm excited. I don't even know what to say. I'm on page 312, chapter 30. What? Like, I don't know if I want to cry or like, what? Like, this end of the book has been such a roller coaster, but it's been amazing. Like, the beginning, I don't know if it was just me or like when I chose to read it, but it felt slow. But then like, I'm at a loss for words. Like, it's, like, she thought she figured it out. She goes to do it, and then it's like, nah, something else. And then she tries to like investigate that, and then it just keeps turning, and then it just goes boom. What? Oh my gosh. I still have a bit left, and I kind of am curious on what's gonna happen now, because what? It should be over? Question mark? But oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, I'm officially done with this book, and it was amazing. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it at the end, or at the like middle beginning, but oh my gosh, it ended amazingly. And a bit ago, I was like looking kind of at the back to see like how much actual pages I have, because I finished the book, but there's still a little bit left. There's like a historical and creative liberties taken, because like Jack the Ripper and like that whole thing was like an actual thing. But the beginning part was saying like some of the dates the author used were different. But I saw that, like, I knew there was more to this, like, type of series, but I didn't know that they were connected, but they are. Like, it's Hunting Prince Dracula, and apparently has the same 2 characters, and so I'm really excited to read that one. What has so many pages left is there is a, like, probably first chapter of the next book, and it's kind of funny. It begins on the Oriental Express, but the next one is about Dracula. But I really like this book. Probably close to 5 stars, definitely. Maybe, yeah, 4.75 or 5 stars.